tourism officials are warning hotels and resorts of heavy sanctions should their guests violate quarantine protocols. Local authorities closed down the Blue Coral Resort in San Juan, Batangas, as guests in a video were seen not wearing face masks and face shields and disregarded rules on social distancing. The property was suspended back in September for violating health protocols. Tourism officials are also looking into an incident in Plantation Bay Resort in Cebu after guests said the resort is not friendly to kids with special needs. A resort executive apologized for the incident. The agency will also consult the Justice Department for a possible complaint under the disability law. Let's hear now from the Tourism Department on these issues. Undersecretary Benito Bengson joins us tonight on The Final Word. Yusek, thank you so much for joining us. As more tourist destinations open up, are you getting more reports of these kinds of reckless social gatherings?
Well, hi Rico. So far, we've only received a handful of reports, and we're hoping that it stays that way. But maybe we'll take this opportunity also to remind all our travelers that we are still in a pandemic, and we must make sure that we follow health and safety protocols. Obviously, we want to restart tourism, but we have to maintain optimum balance between a certain level of tourism activities on one end, and on the other end, making sure that everybody follows the health and safety guidelines that the Department of Tourism has crafted.
Undersecretary, tell us, who is basically tasked to monitor these violators and unruly crowds? Or do we just find out about them on social media?
Well, basically, this should be the lookout of the local government units. But on the part of the DOT accredited establishments, if we find out that there's been a violation or an infraction, then we can look into the matter, and if need be, then we can even revoke the accreditation. But hopefully it doesn't have to get to that point. That's why we are, again, reminding everybody to make sure that they follow the health and safety guidelines. The basics are still the same. You know, wear your mask, wash your hands regularly, and watch your distance. And these are the things that hopefully all our tourists will follow as we slowly but surely open up more tourism destinations around the country.
Undersecretary, what about this group that we see right now on our screens, who are not wearing masks and who are not wearing face shields and who are not social distancing in this Batangas resort that has been closed down? Because they did not follow health protocols, will they also get penalized?
Well, from the reports that we have received, the local government unit concerned has already sanctioned the resort. And again, we're hoping that this will be the last of it, because we really want to restart tourism activities in a gradual, safe manner. And obviously, we will not tolerate reckless behavior on the part of the travelers, because this runs counter to our efforts to make sure that the restart of tourism is safe and gradual, and that we continue to maintain the health and safety protocols that are in place.
We cannot keep our guard down, Undersecretary, because COVID-19 is still there. And apart from resort violators, you also have to deal with tourists, Undersecretary, falsifying RT-PCR tests. Has this been rampant?
Well, this is really unfortunate, Rico. No? This news about some tourists who went to Boracay falsifying their documents. This is really unfortunate. And again, this is something that we hope will be the last of it. The safety protocols were adopted for a specific purpose. The requirements are there for a specific purpose. And basically what we want to make sure is that everybody is clear before they go to a destination. This is for the protection not only of the travelers, but in many cases for the protection of the workers and, of course, the host community. And again, we remind everybody to make sure that they take RT-PCR, make sure that you have a negative test result. If you look at the destinations that have opened around the country, this is a fundamental requirement. Negative test result of RT-PCR, pre-arranged booking, QR codes, pre-arranged tour packages. These are the requirements that have been put in place for a specific purpose. And again, we're hoping that the tourists will follow. There will certainly be adjustments, but we're hoping that people will cooperate. We hope that they will maintain that discipline that we've been accustomed to over the last 8 to 9 months. And more importantly, we appeal to them to be more patient and more understanding as we transition to a new normal.
Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Tourism Undersecretary Benito Bengson.